Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. I'm Keegan Flynn, the principal of Landrum High School. I'm joined on stage this evening by Dr. Ron W. Garner, Superintendent of Spartanburg School District 1, Mr. Josh Fowler, Assistant Principal, and Ms. Kim Sloan, Assistant Principal. I would also like to recognize in attendance our district office staff, Spartanburg District 1 Board of Trustee members, and the principals from the other schools in our district. Thank you for coming to celebrate with us the class of 2022 from Landrum High School. At this time, a welcome will be given by Robert Hillsman, Senior Class President.
Welcome, parents, faculty, board members, and good evening, Landrum High School class of 2022. Today's the day. As we walk across that stage, shake some hands, and receive that diploma, we mark the end of one of the most significant chapters of our lives. As we are all moving on with our lives, we are going to take different paths. Whether you're going to a college or university, joining the military, going into the workforce, or going to a trade school, we are all able to do so thanks to Landrum High School. I can't speak for all my classmates, but a lot of us have been in the District 1 school system for a long time. We've grown up together, played together, fought together, some of us even cried together. It's not just the students at these schools that stick with us. We all share memories and the effect that the faculty and staff had us on us as well. I can think back to elementary school PE and I remember us playing fun games like parachute or the tennis ball game. But I can also remember Miss Dixon taking her time and resources to teach us about how our physical actions and diet can affect our body, teaching these first and second grade kids about the cardiovascular system. She had no obligation to do so, but she chose to do so because it was something that we were better off knowing. I think of that as I think about most of the teachers we went through. They had a curriculum they had to teach us, but they would also go out of their way to prepare us for our future, not just our next classes. And to that, I say thank you so much. I remember my freshman year, my brother was graduating. My parents, some close family members, and I went to his graduation ceremony. I remember sitting up in the stands, watching these complete strangers walk up there, give some speech, and sit down, just waiting for Grant to walk across the stage so I could go home. But if I'm up here, staring out at all of you, I see my classmates, friends, and some would say family. Together, we've had one full and normal year of high school before COVID plagued our sophomore 2 years. But even though we got sent home in March and came back to our plexiglass cages in August, we made it this far. We complained a lot, but we still miss out on some things. Some people would. This year has been a little more normal, but we still miss out on something. Some people would say that COVID ruined our whole high school experience, but I would disagree. I think that it taught us a valuable lesson that no matter what is supposed to happen, things go wrong, and we are capable of overcoming those obstacles. So as we leave this place and segment of our lives, it's okay to be sad. And listen. We have to keep moving forward, step by step, becoming the people and individuals we're capable of becoming. So, the class of 2022, we can overcome any obstacle thrown at us, and welcome to the rest of our lives. At this time, will everyone please stand for the raising of the American flag presented by the Landrum High School JROTC Color Guard team and the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. You may now be seated.
The salutatorian of the class of 2022 is Millie Hatchett. Millie is the daughter of Tim and Angie Hatchett. She plans to attend Wofford College and major in biology and Spanish. Please help me congratulate Millie Hatchett, the salutatorian of the class of 2022.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for coming to support and celebrate us as we take a huge step into the next chapter of our lives. My friends and classmates, it feels almost strange that I'm up here giving our graduation speech. I remember speaking at fifth grade graduation, and I felt so nervous I almost didn't make it through. Now here we are at our high school graduation. I used to feel like when I got to the time that we are currently in, that I would feel scared because our life is changing and we won't continue to be going to what has been our natural habitat for a good portion of our life. I don't feel scared anymore or nervous. I feel ready because I have been through so many different situations and events that have prepared me for what is to come. I've watched all of us learn and grow up into the young adults that we are, and I have so many memories ingrained into my mind of these wonderful years that we have spent together. I'm not scared. I'm ready to become who I'm supposed to be, do what I'm supposed to do, and watch all of you flourish while you find what your purpose is. I'm supposed to share some words of wisdom today, or advice for our future. I not feel as if I'm qualified to share wisdom when I've only lived the same amount of years as everyone else sitting before me. So instead, I'm going to talk about a song that is a perfect representation of this point in our lives. When this song plays, I'm brought to high school football games, pep rallies, walking the halls, talking to my friends between classes, hearing the band play, and reading the announcements before the bell rings at the end of the day. It feels like a step into this time in our lives. The song is Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen, a song our parents probably listened to in high school, where my mom wanted me to say she was in middle school, and some of y'all might have been in elementary school. The song starts out talking about how this guy had a friend in high school who was a baseball player and a really good one. One day, he just happened to see this guy, and they got to talking about what he calls their glory days. He says in the song that glory days will pass you by in a wink of time. Our short 4 years of high school did pass by in a wink of time, and we did have some great times. Our freshman year started off with pep rallies and lit battles, and it ended with us feeling excited about our years to come. Our senior year started with the sunrise, sitting in the front rows of the student section, gaining a wonderful homecoming queen, and taking our senior portraits. The middle of the year was filled with college applications, still feeling okay because we had some time. And the end of the year was hectic and sentimental. We played our last games, took our class of 2022 picture, and got our last yearbooks of high school. I remember one time I thought that my glory days would be high school. I really used to think that high school would be the best time of my life. And no offense to high school, but it's not. We have so many years ahead of us. And I believe that if you live your life truly for yourself, that every day you live will be a glory day. So the song, even though it's a great song about high school, I don't want it to represent our lives. We are not going to let our lives become any less fulfilling after high school. We are going to go on and do what we want to do, what we feel inspired to do. We're going to do what we are passionate about and live for ourselves because we are not going to see each other at reunions or in town and only be able to talk about our high school days. We will share what we have become with each other and continue to do what inspires us. High school was some of our glory days, but we still have many more ahead of us. So, class of 2022, I want you to do what makes you happy and not care what anyone else thinks. You are wonderful, and we all have a wonderful life ahead of us. Thank you for shaping me into the person I am today. I cannot wait to see y'all become inspiring and courageous people. Congratulations, and thank you again.
The valedictorian for the class of 2022 is Jonathan Drake. Jonathan is the son of Webb and Sharon Drake. He plans to attend North Greenville University and major in math and pre-engineering. Please help me congratulate Jonathan Drake, the valedictorian of the class of 2022. Evidently, this does not fit.
Thank you, Mr. Flynn. Our time at Landrum High School has certainly been a roller coaster. From championships to COVID and academics to the arts, we have seen a lot. As for me, I spent my time focused on academics. I am not an athlete or an actor or an artist. I'm definitely not an author. So I just want to do two quick things and we can all get on with the ceremony. First, I want to say thank you. So, thank you. To our administration, thank you. Our 4 years here must have been a complete nightmare for you. Half the people mad because we reopened, the other half mad because we closed down in the first place. Half the people mad because we did Mask and Shield, the other half mad because we didn't do more. And it's not just pandemic stuff. The rise in technology, a shift in global culture, and political turmoil have made all of our 12 years in school chaotic. You steered us through troubling waters with wisdom and kindness. You modeled graceful determination for all of us. We were watching, and we genuinely appreciate it. Thank you also to our teachers. I can't even begin to fathom how you survived our sophomore year when you had less than a week to put all of your classes online. Our junior year when you had to teach us and keep us safe at the same time. And our senior year when everyone tried to pretend like things were back to normal. You have also been great teachers, but to many of us, you were also counselors, nurses, and encouragers. You had to deal with normal high school nonsense of broken hearts, busy schedules, and a complete and utter lack of motivation. But you also had to deal with the very real issues of social isolation, depression, anxiety, illness, grief, and the list goes on. At the time where you were evaluated more than you were encouraged, castigated more than you were applauded, and put upon more than you were paid, you rose above it all. You showed us grace and love in the midst of absolute chaos. You modeled loving kindness for all of us. We were watching, and we genuinely appreciate it. Thank you to our coaches, directors, mentors, pastors and youth pastors, volunteers, and the countless others who have poured into your lives over the years. You are the unsung heroes that mold each generation into productive members of society. You don't get a lot of plaudits, but we wouldn't be here without you. When we couldn't focus that day at practice, you stayed late and let us vent. When we experienced grief, you walked through it with us. And when our car broke down, you stopped to help. You showed us what it takes to make a community work. You modeled genuine concern and selflessness for all of us. We were watching, and we genuinely appreciate it. And finally, thank you to our parents and family. Obviously, we wouldn't be here without you. You allowed us to find our own way. You provided us guidance without guile, direction without insistence, and love without reservation. And hold on to that thought because statistics are saying that our generation isn't leaving home until later. So you get to keep on loving us. You gave us compassion and encouragement despite our generational differences. You modeled acceptance and love for all of us. We're watching. We genuinely appreciate it. The second thing I would like to do today is congratulate my fellow graduates. So, congratulations. And for a lot of you, that makes perfect sense. You're excited, you're eager, and you're ready to go. Congratulations on your achievement. You're going to change the world. But for some of you, that doesn't quite resonate. None of the high school cliches really apply. You aren't the best years of your life. And this doesn't seem like the biggest moment of your life. The whole pomp and circumstance thing just seems pretentious and not celebratory. But it is okay to be proud. Not everyone graduates high school, and this is especially true for our generation. They couldn't have sat down and dreamed up a better set of conditions to make people want and sometimes need to drop out of school. The South Carolina graduation rate dropped an entire percent in the last 2 years, but we're still here. We persevered. We did what we had to do, and we made it. We made it through online classes and classrooms separated by massive partitions. We made it through summer practices and extra innings. We made it through AP tests and long nights of homework. We made it through driver's ed and the bus to Swafford. We made it through high school musical for Little Women. We made it through Power Hour and a hybrid schedule. We made it. And because we made it, whatever comes next, we are ready. Colleges, jobs, and military, we've got this. Economics, politics, culture, we've got this. Our years have been trying, but they have prepared us. They have sharpened us. They have refined us. This is our commencement. This is where life begins for us. And we are ready. We have roots, deep and strong, tapped into a reservoir of wisdom and grounded in firm values. But we also have wings. We are prepared to set out and handle what life throws at us. We are ready. Thank you to all who have prepared us. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. Let's do this.
We have a few special recognitions this evening. This evening, we're proud to recognize two students who have achieved the Seal of Biliteracy. The Seal of Biliteracy is a national award that recognizes students who have attained a certain level of proficiency in both English and at least one additional world language by graduation. Would Stephanie Martinez and Emily Miley please stand? Stephanie achieved her Seal of Biliteracy in English and Spanish at the silver level, and Emily received her Seal of Biliteracy in English and Russian at the bronze level. This award is important because it honors the skills our students attain. It is evidence of skills that are attractive to future employers and college admissions. We hope that Stephanie and Emily's success will be a gateway for others. Congratulations to Stephanie and Emily on their achievement. We also want to recognize from the class of 2022 those that are joining the military after high school to protect and serve our country. We have one individual that cannot be here with us tonight because he has already begun his service. However, we would like to recognize him in his absence. That is Shane Coggins. He is serving in the Marine Corps Reserve. We would also like to recognize two young men that have committed and will begin their service this summer. Please stand as I recognize you. Adam Correa, and he will be joining the United States National Guard. Camden Sorgi, and he will be joining the United States Coast Guard. In addition, the class of 2022 faculty and staff at Landrum High School would like to recognize any of our guests who have or who are actively serving in our military by asking you to stand. Thank you for your service to our country. At this time, Dr. Ron Garner, Superintendent of Spartanburg County School District 1, and Mr. Flynn, Principal of Landrum High School, will honor the top 10% of the class of 2022 through the presentation of medallions. Would these graduates please stand? As I call your name in alphabetical order, please come forward to receive your medallion. Please hold your applause until after the last name is called. Jake Earl Blue. Bryce Eugene Callahan. Jonathan David Drake. Millie Powell Hatchett. Ella Hope Huntley. Kara Wayne Knight. Anna Louise Mabry. Mason Christian Rains. Mallory Beth Rebels. Nicholas James Ross. Lawson Clay Smith. Spencer Allen West. Eliza Claire Whiteside. Please join me in congratulating the top 10% of the class of 2022.
Class of 2022, congratulations on becoming a graduate of Landrum High School. Please allow me to take you back to August 20th, 2018. On my Google Calendar that day, I had 3 scheduled meetings, an important event titled First Day of School. This was a big day for me as it was my first day as principal with students in the building. More importantly, it was a big day for you as it was your first day as a high school student. It was the day that we started our journey together. Class of 2022, you are the first class that I have had the pleasure of being principal for their entire time in high school. I would like to think we have grown together over the last 4 years in some ways. We've grown older. I know I have more gray in my beard than when we started this journey. In fact, one of you, upon hearing the year that I was born, remarked, "You're really old." Kidding aside, I have watched each of you mature into the wonderful group that sits here today. We've become wiser. I have watched you grow wiser as you come to understand the importance of doing the best in everything. It's safe to say that you would not be sitting here tonight without giving your best effort. I will be totally honest with you right now. There are some of you here that I wondered if you would make it to this moment, but you decided to buckle down and learn from your mistakes. We all have persevered together. Many of you graduated in December and have already started your life past high school. Some of you are graduating an entire year early. When you started high school, everything was normal. Then COVID hit, and it changed everything. As a class, you have persevered through the COVID experience, and you now appreciate things such as being able to have power hour, sitting next to your friends at school, and having a graduation ceremony like we're having right now. Which brings me to today, May 19th, 2022, ending date of our journey together. I believe that each of you is prepared for whatever life throws at you, and I know that you will be successful as you start your next journey. I want to leave you with a quote from Ernest Hemingway. It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. Class of 2022, congratulations. Thank you.
Again, we would like to welcome each of you here for the graduation exercise. We ask, we ask that each of you give each graduate and their parents the respect they are due. Please save all applause until after the graduates have received their diplomas. If you do not, this may cause some parents not to be able to hear their graduate's name as it is called. We also ask that all cell phones be turned off and that you remain seated until the end of the ceremony. If you are walking, there's a good chance that you may be in front of a parent just as their graduate is receiving his or her diploma. I will do all that I can to ensure that every parent has an opportunity to hear their graduate's name called and see and receive their diploma. Now we will continue with the ceremony of the awarding of the diplomas to the class of 2022. Please remember, hold all applause until all students have been recognized. Junior marshals, please take your places. Would the first row of graduates please stand? We would like to begin the ceremony by awarding the diplomas to the top 10% of our graduating class. As I call your name, according to alphabetical order, please come forward to receive your diploma. Jake Burl Ballou, honor graduate. Bryce Eugene Callahan, honor graduate. Jonathan David Drake, honor graduate. Millie Powell Hatchett, honor graduate. Ella Hope Huntley, honor graduate. Kara Lane Knight, honor graduate. Hannah Louise Mabry, honor graduate. Mason Christian Rains, honor graduate. Mallory Beth Revels, honor graduate. Nicholas James Ross, honor graduate. Lawson Clay Smith, honor graduate. Spencer Allen West, honor graduate. Eliza Claire Whiteside, honor graduate. Allie Christine Allison. Daisy Alvear. Victoria Elizabeth Balzotti. Emily Elaine Barnett Otterino. Dwight Alexander Bennett. Maxwell William Bobo, honor graduate. Alexander J. Bright. Sierra Caitlin Brown, honor graduate. Lathan Ray Bullman, honor graduate. Kenya Elizabeth Elaine Burgess. Stuart Dexter Campbell Jr. Samuel Riley Cantrell. Audrey Ray Champion. Anna Elizabeth Cooper, honor graduate. Michelle Ashley Cooper. Adam Frank Correa, honor graduate. Adrian Juan Cortez. Julia Elizabeth Cummings. Brooklyn Rains Darty. Eli Bruce Davis, honor graduate. Briar Scott DeYoung. Chloe Annette Dixon, honor graduate. Carly Elizabeth Dixon. Ethan Lee Dugat. Keegan Daniel Duncan, honor graduate. Caleb Mitchell Emery. Zion Jacoby Ferguson. Bridget Storm Fortenberry, honor graduate. Grayson Scott Foster, honor graduate. Amanda Lynn Fowler. Paul Ray Fowler, honor graduate. Joseph Gerald Fox. Kai Laszlo Gorgay, honor graduate. Abigail Brooke Gosnell. Alexander Gage Gosnell. David William Green. Timothy William Michael Green. Maddox Lee Green. Anthony Damian Halley. Spencer Grant Harmon, honor graduate. McKenna Star Harris, honor graduate. Lucas Wyatt Hart, honor graduate. Aiden Neil Harvey Lee. Peyton Olivia Hawkins, honor graduate. Macaulay Shauna Elise Haymara. Abigail Rose Herman, honor graduate. Robert Calhoun Hillsman, honor graduate. Aiden Keith Howard. Eric Isaac Howard, Sierra Mackenzie Howard, Emily Hannah Huntley, Jaden Page Jackson, honor graduate and Sketches graduate. Jesse Dean James, honor graduate. Caleb Jordan Johnson, Tristan Allen Justice, honor graduate. Laurel Lene King, Kaylee Alexis Koch, honor graduate. Anna Grace Kirkendall, Jefferson Trey Lawson, Rachel Elizabeth Lewis, honor graduate. Jessica Harley Lockhart, Samantha Elise Lyons, honor graduate. Dylan Michael Mahler, Trayton Cole Martin, Stephanie Leticia Martinez, Elijah Lawrence McCool, Jemias Alex Rashawn McKinney, Markel Charmaine McKinney, Angel Molina, Caden Christopher Morton, Courtney Leanne Moss, Jeremy Christian Moss, honor graduate. Joshua Scott Moss, Alyssa Logan Mossberg, honor graduate. Emily Grace Murphy, honor graduate. Bradley Roy Misselman, honor graduate. Emily Mialik, honor graduate. Carter Elizabeth Newton, honor graduate. Emily Francis O'Sullivan, Justin Luke Owens, Weston Cade Pierce, Elena Kim Price, Tristan Nathaniel Price, honor graduate. Camden Mason Pruitt, Elijah James Quinn, honor graduate. Brandon James Raber, honor graduate. Caitlin Midori Ramsey, Mara Ann Reimer, Gracelyn Renee Richards, William Jordan Rybell, Lindsay Noel Robertson, honor graduate. Sierra Raquel Ruffing, Owen Nathaniel Scruggs, Daniel Allen Sheely, Dakota Ray Sherbert, Kelsey Rain Senex, honor graduate. Camden James Robert Sorgi, honor graduate. Gabriel Matthew Swan, honor graduate. Bryn Sadie Troutman, Sky Beret Upton, honor graduate. Brayley Allen Vest, Caleb Jordan Wang, Addison Paris Ward, honor graduate. Isaiah Jordan Washington, honor graduate. Taylor Elizabeth White, Bryce Jean Williams, Ellen Ann Williams, Lillian May Wright, honor graduate. Junior marshals, please return to your seat.
At this time, Nick Ross, student body president, issue a farewell to the class of 22.
Well, it's getting pretty close to Mr. Fowler's bedtime, so I'm going to keep this pretty short. I wanted to start by thanking everyone who has supported me over this past year and helped to get me where I am today. I'd like to thank Ms. Murray and Ms. Johnson, who convinced me to run for president in the first place. I'd like to thank everyone who helped me campaign last August, and everyone who voted for me to help lead our school as we move past COVID. I hope I have lived up to your expectations and that you can forgive me for not getting the athletic parking lot back. Trust me, I did everything in my power to, besides protesting outside Mr. Flynn's house, to get that back for y'all. 2 years ago, none of us had any clue what was in store for us next. Sitting at home watching our teachers through Google Meets and Zoom calls, we didn't even know if we'd be back in the classroom by the end of the year. For the past 2 years, we have fought every day to try and return to normal. We've endured mask mandates, social distancing measures, plexiglass, and temperature scanners, all so that we can have this final semester as it was always meant to be. We fought so hard because we know what we lost when COVID shut us down. We are the last class to have a full pre-COVID year. We got the full experience: the pep rallies, the packed out football games, the homecoming parade, and so much more. I remember signing that paper saying that we didn't have to wear masks anymore. I remember tearing down the plexiglass all across the school. We pushed through all of that to get here today, sitting a normal distance apart and not having to worry about blue tape or masks. We have won. Romans 8:28 says, God promises to make something good out of storms that bring devastation to your life. Y'all, we just made it through the biggest storm in our lives. Whatever comes next, we're ready. Thank you.
Will the graduates please stand? By the power invested in me by the state of South Carolina, I certify Dr. Ron Garner, Superintendent of Spartanburg County School District 1, and Mr. Billy Coffey, Chairman of the school board, that these students have met all the requirements to receive a South Carolina diploma from the Department of Education. Traditionally, the tassel is worn over the right side of the mortarboard until graduation. After graduation, the tassel is moved to the left side. Would the graduates please move the tassel from right to left? As a reminder, parents, please meet your graduates or the concourse of the stadium. No one will be allowed on the field after the ceremony. Everyone, please stand and join Mr. Hood, a faculty member here at Landrum High School, as he leads the class of 2022 and our guests in singing the alma mater.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, guardian of our days. For thy spirit never fails, we would sing thy praise. In thy mighty grove of learning, wisdom's as were sought high upon the lofty hilltop. Visions have been wrought. Oh, she stands our alma mater, proudly sing all hail. Far and near, her glory dear claims the coming year. Loud we sing in loyalty of land from ever dear. Shout her praises, fling her back. Dear old Landrum high.
May I now present to you the Landrum High School class of 2022.
This is your celebration.